I was setting the table, careful with every detail, the wine glasses polished until they gleamed, the ivory tablecloth pulled smooth and precise, the silver cutlery placed with exact symmetry. It was her parents' 50th anniversary dinner, a night meant to shimmer with grace and celebration, and I wanted everything to be flawless. I had just adjusted the last fork when I passed by the guest room. The door was cracked, a sliver of shadow, and then the words slipped through, low and laced with casual cruelty. "He's just a stepping stone," she said, voice amused, as if she were discussing a used car and not a man. "Once the papers are filed, I'm set for life." A beat of silence, then her sister's voice, sharper, colder, smart. "Clean him out before he catches on." I didn't move. I didn't breathe. I just stood there, hands still midair, letting their laughter settle in the space where my heart used to be. Then I turned back to the table, adjusted the centerpiece, lit the candles. When the guests arrived, I poured wine with steady hands, smiled like a perfect husband, even raised a toast to love and longevity. She smiled back, unaware that I had already left her emotionally, mentally, and soon, financially. The lawyer's email came for days later. I saw it coming. By then, I had already dismantled every thread she planned to pull. We had met 7 years ago at a corporate fundraiser. She wore red like a flag and ambition like perfume. I was already established. She was still ascending. I mistook her hunger for drive, her charm for loyalty. We built a life. I gave her keys to every part of mine, my accounts, my passwords, my time, my trust. She played the role flawlessly. Dinners in, laughter in candlelight, vacations where we'd whisper baby names into each other's skin. But somewhere between, "I love you and he's just a stepping stone," her script changed. The signs were quiet, a stiffening when I walked into a room. Her phone flipped face down more often. Late meetings followed by lipstick she wasn't wearing earlier. Her eyes stopped holding me. Her laughter stopped landing. I asked her once, soft and joking, "Everything okay?" She kissed my cheek and said, "Of course, I didn't ask." Again, she thought that meant I didn't know. It meant I was already building my exit. The real fracture came wrapped in pixels. Her iPad lit up while she showered. A message from her sister. "Make sure you don't leave anything in writing. And for God's sake, stop using the joint card for the hotel." I didn't click it. I didn't need to. I knew what it meant. I didn't confront her. That's what she expected. A storm, a meltdown, something she could twist into a narrative of emotional abuse. No, I went silent. That was the start of my revenge. Step 1, discover what she didn't know. She believed the house was in both our names. It wasn't. I bought it before we married and never added her. She assumed the brokerage account was our shared fortune. It was. But the real one, where my company quietly deposited quarterly bonuses, that was mine and mine alone. Step 2, lock everything down. I shifted funds, closed joint accounts, canceled credit cards, moved business assets into a trust under my brother's name. Every move legal, every step invisible. Step 3, observe. She started spending more designer bags, day spas, high-end salons. I approved it all with a smile. Let her feel secure. Let her believe she was still winning. She began sleeping with her phone under her pillow. I stopped trying to check it. Didn't need to. Her routines gave her away. I installed cameras not in the bedroom. I didn't want to see that, but in the home office, the hallway, the kitchen. Enough to track timelines. Enough to verify her lies. Then came the email from her lawyer, a formal invitation to discuss the separation of assets. No tears. No apology, just a tactical move. I replied within the hour. Happy to talk. Shall we include forensic accountants? A day of silence. Then a follow-up from her. Can we speak privately, just the two of us? I chose the restaurant we had gone to on our first anniversary. Elegant, public, safe. She arrived in soft makeup, a carefully chosen dress, and fake regret. "I never meant to hurt you," she said. "We just drifted apart." I let her speak, let her cast herself in a tragedy of her own making. Then I reached into my coat and slid a thin envelope across the table. Inside, printed screenshots of her texts, hotel bills, security footage stills, and another folder, dated bank transfers. Clean and complete, every dollar she thought she'd win already long gone. By the time you drafted your betrayal, I said, I had already disappeared from the books. She went pale. You can't prove. I don't need to prove anything, I cut in. It's not about winning a fight. It's about the fact that there's nothing left for you to take. The waiter brought wine. I toasted to clarity. She tried to spin it, claimed emotional distress, accused me of controlling behavior. What she didn't know was that I'd already met her lawyer's boss over lunch, shared just enough to rattle the foundation. Her firm dropped her. She hired a new one, cheaper, more desperate. They asked for alimony. My lawyer laughed. She walked away with nothing but the things she brought into the marriage, cheap jewelry, and a phone full of bad advice. I moved out before she could come back to the house, left it clean, spotless, no note, no goodbye. I watched from a car across the street as she pulled up and saw the locks had been changed. She tried calling 10 times. I didn't answer a single one. You don't run toward a fire after you've already escaped the blaze. Now, I sleep without wondering where she is. No ghost lipstick stains, no manipulated silences. I've learned love isn't about giving everything. It's about giving wisely. She thought I was a stepping stone. She didn't realize I was the last bridge she'd ever burn, and I was the one who struck the match.